Hey everybody, Mike Steele here with BBQ Champs Academy live, and man, as you can see, we have got a wall-to-wall screen of some of the best pit masters and steak grill masters in the country, and we are super excited to bring this podcast to you tonight. We're going to give everybody just a few minutes to join in, but in the meantime, Mr. Steve Conway is to my right, and on the top right is Mr. Bill Purvis. We got Mr. Lee Hickle right below me, and next to him is Mr. Smitty. Luton Booty Barbecue. Over next to him is Mr. Aaron Leslie. And then we got Mr. Mark Lambert down in the bottom left. And we got Mr. John Lindsay down in the bottom right. I'm sure a lot of you know most of these guys, but in case if you don't know who they are, there you go. These are some of the baddest barbecue pit masters and steak grill masters on the planet. Guys, guess what, man? 6 years, baby. I mean, so excited. 6-year anniversary. You know, BBQ Champs would not be anywhere without you guys and all the rest of them that's on here. And I really do appreciate it. I tell people all the time, they thank me. And I was like, look, I'm just the guy that put it together. None of this would be possible without our guys. So this is a team of elite cooks, and we all came together to do something that we love, and that's teaching people. And we put it on a platform that we hope everybody is enjoying. And man, it's just been absolutely amazing to see what's happened over the last 6 years. So from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure all these guys as well, we thank you. We thank you for your support and business over the years. So anyway, we got a few folks on here. Mr. Russell, we appreciate you being here. And Mr. John, who else we got? Mr. Jen, thank you for being here. There's Mr. Steve, he's on here. And we got Mr. Slade on here as well. So anyway, well, guys, I'll tell you what, it's been a fun ride for the last 6 years, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you being part of BBQ Champs Academy. I'm sure we're going to hear some stories, and if we've got anybody that's in our live feed tonight and have taken classes, we always want to give honor where honor's due and recognize those that have done well. And I know we've got so many people that have just always given us shout outs and stuff, and we really, really do appreciate that. It really means a lot, not only to me, but I know it makes the guys feel really proud when, you go out and you kick some butt with their stuff, and it makes them feel good and wants them to keep driving to try to help you guys all they can. So anyway, we'll give folks a few more minutes to come on, but hey guys, in the meantime, man, welcome aboard. Glad to have y'all here tonight. So who wants to kick it off?
Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite. Happy to be here with everyone.
Sir.
Absolutely.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. I mean, I really do appreciate it. And once again, I do really mean it. There's no BBQ Champs without you guys. I was just kind of the guy that came up with the vision and put the platform together and made it all work. And but it wouldn't be nothing without you guys. And I really, really do appreciate and love each of you guys dearly. So anyway, hey, but if you've taken a class, drop us something in the chat and some of the classes you may have taken and, some of the results you have. We'd like to at least see that. Also, we are going to have a coupon code here in a little bit that we're going to release. We got our anniversary that just happened to fall this weekend, and at the same time, we got the 4th of July coming up here on Friday. So we're going to give you a little 5% coupon to get any class that you want. Now, the only class that it's not going to include, unfortunately, will be Fred Robles' class. We never do that on a brand new class that's just released. And but everybody, all the other classes, every one of them, you can use the 5% discount on. So don't matter how many you want to get.
I was going to take Fred's class. I was going
to do it. Fred would tell you, you're going to pay up, buddy. You're going to pay the full price.
I'm going to wait till it goes on discount,
That's it.
But Mike, you asked a question about has somebody taken somebody's class. So I've actually taken a class from one of these gentlemen here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a couple years ago when I was getting into steak, and I took John Lindsay's steak class.
Okay.
I wanted to, I was
Thanks,
like,
John.
man, I need to know. I need to know how to cook some steak here. So
right.
Well, so I actually got a golden ticket at the MBBQA. It was in Florida at their, I think,
nice.
I don't know what they call it, the rhinestone thing.
Right.
I got a golden ticket there after taking John Lindsay's steak.
Man, my face just turned red.
No, it was a great class.
I'm gonna tell you the great thing about these classes in Sterling is I think everybody when we came in we gave everything we had to this thing. Didn't hold anything back, and these things still from the first ones to the ones that are just coming on right now, they're still relevant, they're still winning.
Absolutely.
You guys have some awesome stuff. This barbecue stuff, of course, it's kicked back again. When COVID came in a little bit, steak was about all you could cook.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So but now we're seeing a resurgence of barbecue, and I have enjoyed, of course I'm working so much now catering and doing my vending and stuff. I'd almost pay you to let me cook a contest right now. I mean, I'd give you double for a class if I could just go cook one. But
Exactly.
but I appreciate each and every one of you guys accepting us steak guys in here, and we've learned a lot, and just the fellowship and camaraderie to be on the screen with folks. I mean, these are legends here. And I'm really honored to it, and for you to take my class and do well, man, that's what I wanted, brother.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
glad
awesome,
you did.
man. So yeah, thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
That's my shout out to my barbecue champs.
Well, I appreciate it.
I've taken Mr. Hickles' class. I've taken Mr. Hickles' class.
I remember that. Bill took his class well before we even had him on Barbecue Champs, and
well, I mean, Lee was helping me out before his class even got released. You know what I mean? I met Lee just on the circuit, and Lee was giving me a lot of he was helping me out, and even before it was his class was filmed, but it wasn't up yet. And,
right.
Man, he had already given me so much just one-on-one that, man, I felt obligated to chip
buy
in and to help out his class. So,
help the cause.
That's nice, man.
Help
That's
get
nice.
that YBC status.
That's it.
That's it. YBC.
Daver. Let's see where Daver's from. Let's see.
I know where he's from.
Where's he from?
Croatia.
Okay.
I'll be there at a week from the day. I'll be there teaching like 5 classes. And
hell yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome, Sterling.
So he owns a barbecue store over there, a barbecue hot yard. So
okay.
KCBS is flying over as well to do a CBJ class. So I'm going to cook for that. Then I'm going to teach a master class, a lamb class. We're going to do some barbecue community work at some cities there. Go and introduce American style barbecue to some village outside of Zagreb. So we're going to do some ambassador work and travel and see the world, man.
Man, that is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, let's see. After getting classes, 2-time 180, perfect 180, and then 3-month journey from the bottom to the top. Totally worth it. Wow. Oh, yeah. And that's in Croatia. Hey, we always talk about good food.
Worldwide.
Yeah, we talk about good food travels. Here you go. Right here. United States, Croatia. Still works, man. So, here's another one. Here, Slade comes in. Aaron Leslie, first cook-off after his class. I swept a competition. 3rd chicken, 3rd rib, 3rd brisket, grand champion. Wow. Steak class used what I learned to teach my barbecue kiddos this year. We racked up 5 steak calls and a national grand champion, steak high school and junior high, 4th. Awesome. Aaron Leslie, chicken 4th, 4 top 10 calls, 7th in state, ribs 5 calls in the top 10, 1 grand champion, 2 national calls, 5th in the nation, high school and junior high grand champion in ribs.
Man, that'll make the guineas hard.
Holy
hard right there, man.
Wow, man, Slade. And I did remember Slade asked me if I could talk to the kiddos, and they were getting ready that morning to cook, and I said, man, I'll leave out early to go do pools, but let's jump on like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I just gave them a little pep talk and said, look, have fun, make sure you hit your marks, and don't, and that's the most important thing. Hit your marks, have fun with it, and make your turn-in times, and just trust the process. If you do that, you're going to do good. And, man, they absolutely showed up and showed out. These are the kind of stories that I really love, and I know you guys do as well. So, Slade, huge congratulations, and thanks for the shout-out with that. So, Mr. Mark,
I can tell you that after me and Bill Purvis shared the stage at San Antonio Rodeo a couple of years ago, I went and bought Bill's class. I needed a nugget. I had to find a nugget. Dadgummit. Nuggets are hard to find these days, man.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to give me a nugget, I'll take a nugget.
Yeah.
They're not as easy as they used to be, man.
It's like California after 1940 or 1849, right?
Yeah. That's it. That's
dry spell.
I got a question for you guys. I got a question.
Okay, here we go.
Man, this has happened to me because, man, I filmed my class a couple of years ago, and when you're out cooking every weekend, man, you do experiment and you try different stuff, and man, sometimes you get off base, and some of the people that have taken your class, you know how they'll message you and say, man, I got a first place chicken or I got a first place shrimp. How many times if you're not running that recipe that you put online and somebody is beating you with that recipe at a comp and you're like,
good job.
It just happened to me last weekend at that double header.
Right.
I walked 12 chicken, and someone that had taken my class messaged me, hey, man, he walked top 10.
I ran your recipe.
Yeah.
I ran your recipe. Love it.
I mean, it gets to that point, guys, where y'all are trying something to stay ahead of them, and what you put out was better than what you're trying. So
the good old. It doesn't fail. We get our minds right. You got to change something. You got dadgum. I didn't do very good. You get in there, and all of a sudden, like Bill said, you get those phone. Like when I GC that Lone Star event a couple weeks ago. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, 3 of the top 10 were my chicken recipe. I was like, here I was 16th with what I'm playing with now. It's like,
It was a Royal 2022, I think it was, when we reserved, and I took 9th in chicken in the open, and I ran wings that day, just straight wings, and I didn't teach wings at all.
Right.
And the dude got like 4th or 3rd, comes running by me. He's like, I ran your leg recipe for BBQ champs. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it's amazing to hear that and to see that, but then you're in your head, you're like, what am I doing? Like, why do I keep that? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it.
But I don't know.
That's not who we are, though. We're not that kind of way.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll build it to be an amazing engine, and I'll break it down.
I guarantee you, if it ain't broke, we will break it and build it again. If it's not broke, we're going to break it again.
Tape on it. If you think it's broke, I'm taping up for a couple comps, and we're like, oh no, I need to take that duct tape. Ain't working.
That's it. That 200-mile-an-hour duct tape.
Nobody wants to lay down, right?
No.
Nobody will lay down. And the only thing, if I can't get first, I'm glad to see one of my students do it. And I tell them, I hope you get second place.
That's it.
And, when they're out on top, give them a shout out. It's awesome.
I always say you just got to do it better than me, but sometimes I'm not even doing it.
Right. Well, we got some more. Let's see. Justin took Sterling's class, 4 grand champions, and basically all top 5 finishes last 2 years, man. Justin has been absolutely crushing it. Marcio, brother, in the house. 10 years ago, it would take 10 years to get that good in barbecue without BBQ Champs Academy.
Easy.
That's right there.
But I think when you're filming and you're asked to film and you're trying to put your best, we all have several different recipes.
Right.
It's I don't know about the steak guys, but man, in barbecue, man, 4 different meats. We got different recipes. One week we're running this injection, and but when you're asked to film, man, you're trying to put the best one out there. Because obviously, man, you're going to be on film with it, and it's you don't want someone to run your recipe and go, man, that sucked ass.
Garbage.
Garbage.
That's garbage.
Man, it's easy to get away from what we were doing online, and man, it's interesting to get all these. It's been the most interesting part about BBQ Champs is all the messages that you get about people having success, and whether you kick yourself in the butt for not doing it.
Yeah, 100%. Craig, congratulations, man. We were just talking about you. I don't know if you was on at the beginning of the show, but I seen that you were sitting there number 1 in points at the Rib Cook-Off Association, and
nice.
Here we go. Bill's class has helped me perform well in the Rib Cook-Off Association, and man, huge congratulations to you. I know right off the gate, I think you had a first place rib. And man, it was so cool to see that. And Craig, I know you've been with us a long time, and even in the steak stuff, and we really do appreciate you and the support. Here's another one of BBQ Champs, guys that gets out there and gives us a lot of recognition and a lot of shout outs. Mr. Stephen Peacock, man.
Oh, Peacock.
He is a brutal one as well.
hard
Michael
to beat.
Robinson.
Him and Bud Brown are like they're just like
Oh, yeah.
tapping each other on the head, like who's going to do what this weekend.
Yeah. Congratulations on 6 years. Barbecue Champs was instrumental for me when I got back to comp cooking. Man, that's great. That is absolutely great. Brandon, taking barbecue from two of these guys and steaks from two, the best here, best learning experience out there, worth every penny. Man, that is.
Good.
Hey,
West Coast
Brandon.
too.
Took Bill's class, first cook off after first place brisket, fifth place chicken, next cook off grand champion. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So, anyway,
You know,
yeah.
Mike, you just mentioned something that I think is really, really important, and it's something that is probably the hang up on a lot of folks. I'm really convinced that some of the best barbecue guys in the world are sitting in the backyard that's never cooked a contest. I mean, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when they go into a contest setting, what they need is technique. They need technique, whether you're cooking steaks. I went down to cook the hog drop. I've been a barbecue guy and I had some success, but I never could cook enough.
Right.
But I went down to the hog drop and cooked it. We grand championed it. That's the Myron Mixon hog drop down in Unadilla. It's a really neat little contest. Never did a GBA, anything like that. Mark Lambert's class, I had taken it, and it helped me with the techniques to be able to do some of the things that I needed to do. And you said trust the process. When you get in here and you want to be successful with taking one of these classes, there's a lot of questions, and I understand it. But these guys right here, they've cooked enough to know what wins and what don't win, and the flavor profiles and the things that sometimes you're only a tenth of a point away from.
Oh, yeah.
Between 10th place and first, or whatever, between 15th place and first, or placing. So I guess what I'm saying is trust that process, trust these techniques, listen to these guys, and I'm saying these guys, listen to us that are putting these classes on, I guess I would say.
Right.
Because I think everybody here gave their heart, gave the techniques that win, and use it and follow it to a T. You can be successful in any avenue if you do it.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
100%. And I remember.
What's really cool about that is, I mean, like you said, John Lindsay, is that some of these students, and I'm seeing these names pop up, they've actually reached out to me to ask questions,
Right.
Yep. That's
we
right.
do have that Facebook dedicated page where they can reach out and they have questions, because things do change, and techniques change, and we're learners as we continue to cook. So I've had several of these guys reached out to me, and it's cool to see their names pop up and say,
Right.
I'm glad I helped you, be the best you can be.
Well,
Yeah.
Sterling,
Like I always tell these guys, they're in our back pocket. I mean, we're in their back pocket. They bought the class, they trusted us, they supported us, and we're always here to help them out, no matter what it is. If it's from my charcoal's not burning very good, to turn my food black, to I can't get my pit hot, or I can't do whatever. So we're always here. I'm always in their back pocket. I'm a phone call or a text message or a Facebook message away.
Right. But this is our passion. Everybody on the screen, I can guarantee you, at one time or the other, we've lived and eaten and slept barbecue or grilling. It's our passion. It's kept us up at night, and we've poured everything we have into it. And when you have, and we're students, I'd say that we're students of what we do. We're learning all the time. And so if we pick up something new, we can go right there and share, right on our screen. If you got questions, we may pick something new up, and there you go. You can have it, and that's what we've done,
Yeah. 100%. And one of the things, you was talking about technique, and there was, Mark, I'm going to refer back to your class. There was something in that class that I thought was really, really unique. And remember the square box that you talked about? In that square box, I mean, Mark had something that he said in that, and it was like, that is probably one of the greatest pieces of information that was released in his class. And I'm not going to give it away. If you want to go get the class, it'll tell you. But I thought, to me, that was probably one of the most vital things. And Mark is a master. I mean, what are you, Mark? 8-time world champion now, 7, 8 time. I'm losing count with you guys. Don't got so many world champions. And Mark's got a tremendous amount of techniques, but there was one little thing that he dropped in there that I thought was absolutely unbelievable. And it was just a piece of knowledge and a piece of information in that class that when I listened to that, I was like, man, that is so freaking awesome. And that, I think, is what separates, anybody has a recipe. I know a lot of people, give me a recipe. I keep telling people it's not the recipe. It's them techniques, man. And it's the little things. Mark, what say you, brother?
And I agree with you. I talked to a lot of people about spices and rubs, and I'm in the business of selling sauce and rub, but anyone that really asks a hard question about barbecue, I tell them that the most important thing is to cook it right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you cook it right, you don't need anything but salt and pepper on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
True.
that's the basis of it. And when we talk about competition barbecue, and it all leads down to one bite.
Right.
Of course, you have to blow them away, but that was the thing we talked about in the class, was about how to create the right balance.
Right. 100%.
That's the whole key is this. Everyone has different techniques in order to get it cooked right. And then how you season it is a pretty subjective deal. Just not offending people, but cooking right is pretty universal.
Right.
Cook right, everybody's going to like it.
Yeah. 100%. That's the thing. I mean, Wes, can I hold someone's entry code for a couple of days? I'm not gonna post. Brandon really let him have it, so we're gonna let that one ride right there.
He has all that. He's got all that Mad Dog money.
Oh, I know it. He does.
Mad Dog money. Where's that going, man? Don't be cheap.
Great classes. Got my GC at the first competition after taking Bill's class, and Aaron's class has put plenty of trophies in the trailer as well. Wow. That's pretty good. Got my first GC at the first competition after taking Bill's class. There's nothing else to say. You want to know if the classes work? There you go. So,
Man, just last weekend, I RGC'd and Sam GC'd. So,
are you serious?
Yeah. It was IBCA. It was 100 teams. I RGC and Sam, and he had a couple other guys cooking with him, but man, they ended up GCing. So,
that's crazy. All right, we've got
and he was running Aaron's recipes.
Probably so. Yeah.
You were running Aaron's recipes.
That's the current, and like Bill said just a minute ago, man, you think you're trying to one up, you got to try something, and somebody, man, I ran your class just like you cooked it, and man, I kicked your butt with it. And Bill, you had that happen to you in Mississippi last year, didn't you?
Man, it's happened to me a bunch.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that
Texas oil dust brisket several times. It's done well.
Yeah, there you go.
I had Aaron's at World Food Championships in Dallas one year. And I told him, I said, because we were going into brisket calls, I said, if that thing doesn't get first place, I'm going to burn this place down. And it was one of the best briskets I had. And what's really cool is we share with each other. And I said, bro, and he taught me what's up. I ran that recipe several times and it did well for me. So
that's good. That's good.
It was a phenomenal brisket.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, goodness. Well, look, guys, if y'all want to go get any of these classes, we got a coupon code that we just put up, Happy 4th. It'll get you 5% off any class that we have other than Fred Robles. Sorry, it's a new class. We don't ever do that on new classes. So any of our barbecue steak classes, our ancillary classes with Montana Max, man, you talk about a deal. We've got some bargain basement prices on those, and it is going to be some of the best food that you've ever ate. So
that's awesome.
They're really good.
And Mark was here. Who else did that? Lee, when we did that backyard.
Oh, the backyard barbecue. Yeah.
Some of
the three right in the middle.
I've ate.
Oh, I know it.
Mark made these deep fried, like buffalo baby back ribs. Well, I think they were.
It was baby back ribs, and he fried them. It was fried baby back ribs. Oh, my God.
Ribs I had in my life.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, this Taco El Pastor was like Mark's over there going, you get the Guidos and the Chichitos and you sit and you grind it. I was like, what the heck? What is that? What did you call that? Well, it's this spice here and it's the Guidos and it's something. I was like, man, you got to Mark, I've got to be able to spell this and I've got to be able to put this out so I can pop that up. And Mark, I'm just telling you.
You got to get this guy to Louisiana every now and then.
Those tacos were freaking. He was calling out spices that I had never heard. Sterling's used to it. He lives out there in freaking Arizona. Of course, he knew them. Man, Louisiana.
It was so good.
Oh my gosh, them tacos were amazing. I mean,
I will say that the best recipe on the backyard classes is Sterling Smith's bread pudding. I hate bread
Oh,
I do
pudding,
too.
but he ran that
That was
bread
good.
pudding. And Sterling, I cook that about once a month at my house on the grill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that bread pudding is phenomenal.
It's
Hey,
so good.
hey,
And then
Sterling.
and then we put Craig Sherry's
Yes, right here.
pepper
I
jelly
still
kinda
got
mixed
it.
in
Yeah.
Yeah,
I beat-
we took it to the next level.
I beat poor Sterling. Sterling, is your arm still bruised from 6 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, I was
punching me.
I was
Yeah,
punching.
yeah.
I don't like bread pudding, and I was like, okay, I'm on a camera, and I got to really make this taste good, right? So, because I hate bread pudding, and I took a bite of it, and I was like, dang, this bread pudding is good. This is the first time I've ever ate bread pudding that was good. And I was sitting there, and right behind us, here's the shelf. And I saw Craig's pepper jellies there. And Craig was here. And I looked at Sterling and I was like, I had this aha moment. And I was like, man, I wonder what this would taste like. And I remember I got the berry medley. And I scooped some of that and I threw it on top of it. And I stirred it in a little bit. And I took a bite of it. And it was like a freaking cobbler bread pudding. And it was like, it was the best thing ever. And I started punching Sterling like, this is the best. God, this stuff is freaking. And Sterling, what are you talking about? I was like, here, try this. And Sterling was like, oh my gosh. He said, heck, you're freaking crashing my dang bread pudding. He said, I'm going to have to put this in my dang class now. And I'm telling you, that in there, that's the jar. It's been sitting up there forever.
Mike didn't take his Ritalin before that shoot. He was everywhere.
Man, oh my God. I was running around trying to coordinate five guys.
I'm so glad you didn't put Old Spice in it. Thank you for not doing that, Sterling.
yeah, definitely.
Oh
But
my gosh.
I had a guy reach out to me after taking the backyard class, and he said he turned that in for a dessert and got first place for dessert.
Are you serious? I'm telling you.
So I love hearing that stuff.
But
and like how they've been successful. And,
yeah.
They've done
Everybody
this.
had
Took what
something
you
that
told
was.
me and did this. I'm like, that's so cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, Sterling, to me, your bread pudding, I'm going to say that was probably your best. Now, your French rack of lambs were amazing, but that freaking bread pudding was your number one, and that was number two. Mark, there's no doubt. Your tacos El Pastor was number one. Your ribs were probably number two. Them ribs were phenomenal. And then, and then Lee, I don't know, man, that deadgum prime rib you cooked. That prime rib. Yeah, the prime rib. Yeah, he catered it. That prime rib was freaking delicious. And them little moint balls with the hamburger moint balls. Oh my gosh, that thing. Yeah, they were so good. It was a good time. It really was. And it was fun filming it. Man, it was a lot of work to get five guys and all working together and fast recipes. It was a lot of fun. So if any of y'all haven't bought those classes, it's our backyard barbecue class. It's right there at the top of the page. You get 20 recipes for $99. And man, I don't know. A matter of fact, we'll give one away tonight. So we need a good trivia question. That's what we need. So anyway, but yeah, any of you guys got a story y'all want to tell? Any of y'all?
Appropriate for this
Well,
podcast.
Yeah.
I thought 6.5 years ago you were crazy for having this idea on doing BBQ Champs Academy. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Never heard of it. How's this going to work? Holy cow, has it worked?
Yeah.
So 6 years later, here you go. So
Here we are.
congratulations.
Yeah,
It's super cool. It's a lot. Obviously, a lot of us know each other. We've heard each other. We've referred each other. Who was it? Corey Mikes referred me.
Yeah.
Your class. So I came.
Yeah.
You told me about it, and I'm like, all right, I can get behind this. So I thought it was really cool. And at the end of the day, beyond these classes, I think I'm coming up on close to 140 barbecue classes that I've taught after
right.
Croatia. At the end of the day, I love teaching and spreading knowledge and giving people those tools,
right.
Go out into their backyard and just cook some amazing food. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to lie. So whenever I was traveling to World Foods in Dallas in 2023, I knew steak was the key protein we had to cook. And I knew Marissa Overson had won up there in SCA. So on my way up to World Food, I watched while I was driving Marissa Overson's steak recipe. And on my way up there, I ordered all her ingredients and had it shipped to the Airbnb. And dang it, man, I ran it on the steaks and got number one.
Yeah,
World Food,
he
in the
did.
live fire category, got number one.
He did. Lee called me and he was like, Steak, Texas. And I was like, man, if you're going to be at the Fort Worth area, Marissa's done won that thing. You know, I mean, she's won that deal, and I would cook that steak, you know, and it was just like a year later, and I was like, I'd run it, you know. So, yeah, it was crazy. And then Lee goes up there and wins the thing. I was like, I called Marissa and I was like, you ain't gonna believe it, but your steak recipe, Lee ran it to the T, and I was like, it won again in Fort Worth. So anyway,
and it also helped too that Stony Run Farms in Pennsylvania provided me a $65,000 cow to cook.
Wow,
to cook on that rib roast. You know, that helped.
Yeah, that's crazy. What was you gonna say, John?
You know, Mike, on this side of it, number one, the camaraderie, that everybody that's done these classes has kind of got to know one another, build some relationships and some networking and things like that. I just, for me, that was really valuable.
Right.
I know we're talking about how it's helped somebody else, but you know, for us on the inside of this, I mean, that's been really valuable to me. I wouldn't take anything for that. I built some great relationships. I can go to Memphis in May, or I could go over to, you know, Mark Lambert's, or go anywhere and see guys that I'm teaching classes with, and it seems like we all know one another. But I'm going to tell you this, my brand, I don't know how many steak classes I've sold mine. But over
200. Over 200.
Because I was really, that was about 2000, was it 2019? Mine, I can't remember, or 20.
It was 1920, right in that area. Yeah.
But I want to tell you, I want to personally, and my phone may die, guys. I'm traveling, so I pulled over here. But let me tell you this. I have to say this. Mike Steele has been a great friend to me, great support to me when I needed support and encouragement. But this helped me build a brand when I don't know that I would have had the chance to build it if I hadn't have been part of this thing. And you guys have helped me to do that too. I mean, everybody here's helped one another. And I just personally want to thank everyone. And Mike, still thank you for that. If I don't get to say that later on, if I'm out or something, I just want to make absolutely sure that everyone knows. I feel like that's where this thing really kicked off for me.
Right.
And I have a lot of gratitude, and it's been a great honor. It's been a great honor, and I don't mean to get so serious and you know, but the truth of the matter is that's the way I feel about it.
Wow.
And,
hey,
and thank you everybody. Thank you all for that, and everybody's bought a class.
Cheers, buddy.
Right. I never even had social media, Facebook or anything until Mike Steele said, "Hey, you got to get Facebook." I'm like, you know what that is?
Mike, tell you a story about me. Tell him, Mike.
John I said, John, do you have a social media? No, I don't have none. Do you have a Facebook page? No. And he is walking out the door, and he's got a 5-hour drive to or 4-hour drive to his house. And I said, by the time you get home, because Ashley was driving, I said, I need a Facebook page sent to me with the friend request of Mike Steele. And by the time he got home, I had one by the time he got home. John Lindsay did not even have a Facebook page.
I swear.
He did not have a Facebook page.
And you know, now you can't keep me off of it.
No, you can't. He's got TikTok and Instagram and 5 different accounts and viral videos and everything else.
But it's that little bit of help that just everybody gives you, that little bit of help and that little nudge you needed. And you know, I hope that's what we can do to the folks taking these classes, giving them that little bump. But we got bumps. I got bumps on this backside too that helped me get over the top. And
absolutely.
It's really been wonderful, guys. I just have to tell you that. And Mike, God bless you, brother. You've been great. And thanks for the friendship.
Absolutely, man. I mean,
there's people have been teaching classes for years, you know, as far as in-person classes, but you know, this opened up the ability for people to take classes without having to travel, spend a bunch of money on hotels. It sort of took that, I don't know, it made it easier, and it just took a lot of the problems associated with taking the class away. When we first started these, competition barbecue, you had to go and watch, and no one would tell you anything.
No.
Right.
No one was going to tell you how they cook their hog or how they cook their ribs. They weren't going to tell you crap. You had to watch and see what kind of cooker they were using. And then you had to maybe get a glimpse of what seasoning was on the table. Yeah. And then maybe by chance, maybe you get to go in there after they did finals or something and taste their hog and, and ask the questions, maybe see what kind of charcoal they're pouring in. But you just had to watch and learn. No one would tell you any of this. But now, with all of this information, it's so easy. We've just broken down the barriers to the competition barbecue. It's so easy. It's allowed so many more people to do it, and it's just raised the bar.
Yeah.
Right. Talk about people taking your classes and beating you with your classes because the bar has gone so far up from where it used to be. It's unbelievable how much more information is there and how high a bar is now. So with information, this is certainly taking competition barbecue to a new level.
Oh yeah,
on a table like this, and you got a duct tape around the bottle, and it's got 3 initials. You're trying to figure out
which one is this? Which one is this?
Or you do that, or you pick up the bottle and say, "Oh, that's not what's in there."
Yeah.
Well, that's not what's in there. You're like, okay. It's one of
or
those.
he goes to do turn in, you slick over real quick, and you shake some on your hand or something.
We had to do that,
Yeah. Back in the days, it was Shig Central.
It's funny.
How many times would you walk by somebody's tent and just like glance in there like a million, like what's going on in there? Like, all right, that dude's using mustard on his ribs. Oh shit,
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing,
had to, or get him drunk around the fire pit.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I was going to say the other thing, because, I get people asking me, when am I going to do an in-person class? And, man, I point them to this because, when you take an in-person class, and nothing against them, but, man, the information, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of techniques, and they fly by, and you only get to see it once.
Yeah.
And where, man, these classes that are online, man, if you watch Smitty's chicken class 10 times, I guarantee you're probably going to pick up more stuff on that 8th or 9th or 10th time you watch it of, man, how did he trim that? How did he do this? And, with being online, you can rewind. You can't rewind an in-person deal.
Nope.
But this, man, you can rewind and rewatch. And I guarantee you, and how everyone else, when we get into this sport, man, we're compulsive, man. We're going to sit there and most of the people that have taken my class have taken Aaron's class, they've taken Lee's class, they've taken Smitty's class. Man, they're trying to pick up anything and everything, and it has changed. It really has to where we're getting beat by somebody that's taken one of these classes every week.
100%. I'll say something here on that real quick. So that's really. So I remember when we first kind of got started, it was probably a year into it, and I had somebody call me. He was a guy who was on the East Coast, and he said, "I want you to know, I have watched Corey Mike's brisket recipe, and it probably a dozen times." And he said, every single time I'm learning, like after the 7th time, there was something that I learned that I didn't see the first 6 times. And he was like, it's crazy. Like, how did I miss that the first 6 times I watched it? But then I seen it on the 7th time. And you're right. I mean, people ask me all the time, what do you think? I mean, is in-person class? Like, in-person class, the value of an in-person class, you can taste it. But the thing I tell people is, if you can't master the techniques, if you can't 100% get the exact recipe, how they inject it, every single thing, you're never going to get to what that tasted like if you didn't get 100% of that recipe down. And he said, man, me and a buddy of mine, we went and took an in-person class. We had 3 of us, and we sit down at the table. We all had different notes. Like, no, that ain't what he had. No, I thought he had. And he said, we were so damn confused after we got done, we didn't know which one was which. And I said, you don't have that problem with this. So,
you were talking about Shig.
Not to mention the cost value, right?
Look at this guy.
Is awesome.
Right.
I flew back to Kansas City and took Brad and Tim's drum class. I walked out with a lot of new information, but I also walked out with hand cramps from writing so much, and I know I missed tons.
Right.
And the value of having an online class that you can go back and watch again and again and again, you just can't make up for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what, I'll say this. probably up till about 2 years ago, I was really trying to track, try to keep up with everybody, trying to keep up with people that are just posting on Facebook that I can find. Now, this is just who posted, not the ones that don't say anything. And I know for a fact we've had over 1,000 top 10 finishers. We've had well over 200 grand champions, well over 200 top 3 finishes, or grand and reserve grand and third place finishes. I've lost count. I mean, that's just the people that I see posting. And like Bill said just a minute ago, these guys are going to kick your butt. I mean, it literally is just about every competition that you go to, especially across Texas. I'd say probably 25% of the field is taking a class at any given time. And that makes it hard because, I'm not cooking against just one. I'm cooking against somebody that's got, 4 classes, 3 classes. And that makes it awfully, awfully hard. And that's why the competition barbecue scene, I really do think, is done got very competitive. I've had a lot of people that's told me, like, I can tell you right now, if somebody's not taking a class on Barbecue Champs Academy, they're going to have a hard time walking. And I was like,
I'll say this too. I Googled, if you Google Tiger Woods' win percentage of how many golf tournaments he's done versus, and he's only won about 20%, which is probably a little less than what Smitty, Smitty's probably 30 or 40%. And a lot of the guys in here are probably in that range of 30 to, but Tiger Woods, the GOAT of golf,
right.
He only wins 20%. And man, this game that we play of chasing these, plastic trophies around, it's real easy to not do well and think, man, this sucks, man.
Right.
It sucks. But as all of us know that have obviously put classes out there, and we get people message us all the time, hey, I just took first place with your rib, and meanwhile we're out chasing some ghost, trying something new, throwing Sprite in our injection or who knows what,
trying something.
Trying
something. I mean, that's the thing.
You were talking about like trying hard to win. You're trying hard to figure out what somebody's doing, right? But I think the best compliment is when they go through your trash after you just GC'd your 4th or 5th contest in a row. And you're sitting there just pounding reserves and grands, right? But then you look over and your trash is walking away. And they're actually that you're getting seriously pissed when you can't, when you're trying to figure something and your trash bag you just threw out there on a Saturday morning or a Friday night is going down the road because those guys are going to dissect it. They're going through it with gloves on, trying to figure out what you're using.
Yeah.
So that was always how hard are you trying to shake off somebody? When you start taking their trash, you're pretty desperate.
Right. 100%. 100%. Yeah.
That's
you're
why you leave the Vienna sausage and wiener juice in the trash at the top. Make it easy.
It's got all that good old chicken. It's got all that chicken trim and beef trim. It's all hot.
Oh, gosh. I love that.
Keep that for the maids in the hotel.
That is hilarious. Oh, gosh. Mark, what's the one thing you've done, man, to throw somebody off? Have you ever done it? You've been in this game probably longer than any of us. Have you ever done anything a little like, let me throw them off a little bit?
I'm going to say probably told them the truth more so than nothing else. I mean, I'd say I'm brutally honest, and a lot of times they don't believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
So I'd say that's more often they're like, come on, man. I'm like,
it was that easy?
Yeah.
I'm telling the truth, and they don't believe half of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 100%. That's 100%. So,
Mike, man, I gotta go.
Yep. All right, Bill, brother, we appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you back, Bill. Bill, we're gonna get you back here maybe in a couple of weeks on a one-on-one. I want to talk about your wraps and all that stuff, and we need to do that. So, but I wanted to get you on this. Have a good one, Bill. You take care, brother. Hey, Chicken Fried Show will be on here in a minute. Man. So, anyway, appreciate, brother. Yeah, absolutely.
Love you guys.
Love you, brother. Y'all take care. Anyway,
I will.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's awesome. Anyway, but yeah, Bill's got some new stuff out, man, and he's been absolutely killing it with his new brisket wrap. And my God, dog, he comes out with this deadgum pork and rib wrap, and I mean, he said the first competition he went to, he got first place. I was like, God, dog, he is knocking it dead with that kind of stuff. So, anyway, Let's see. That's your lucky breakfast. Oh my gosh, that's your lucky breakfast. Vienna sausages. So pony peckers is my. I used to tell my daughter. She was like, "What do you got?" I said, "Pony peckers." She was like, "Oh gosh." Anyway, man alive. Well, look, guys, anybody that wants to get any of our classes, you've seen so many people sitting here talking about how successful they've been taking them. We're going to give you a chance. This is going to expire Sunday, July the 6th or 7th, I think it's the 7th. And you can get 5% off any of our classes other than Fred Robles' class. And all you have to do is go to bbqchamps.com, pick the class you want. Once you go to checkout, you can enter coupon code Happy4th, and it'll knock 5% off of your class. And the cool thing is you can watch these classes over and over. There's no membership. There's no renewal fees. It's crazy. You just go watch them, and you'll watch them over and over. It's funny. Every week I get a report of the classes that people are watching. I mean, people don't realize we can see any and everything that these guys do. And I even get a detailed report of which classes they're watching. And it's funny. I mean, like all of a sudden it'll be a streak, man. They're watching Bill's, 3 of Bill's rib classes, and it's like they hit them. And then I don't know if I can kind of go back, but you can tell it's different people because I can see not only how many views it's got, but how many people viewed it. And it's pretty neat that they go back regularly and watch those classes. And I think that's just to kind of keep you fresh and kind of keep you on track to make sure that, you don't get too far off base. And I know Stephen Peacock was struggling a little bit last year, and he started getting away from what he was doing, and he had to get back center. And it's like, now wait a minute, I gotta get back to what this was and start back again. So, and man, ever since he did, I think he came right off the get go and grand champion won right after that. So, anyway. But it's been a fun ride, guys. It really has. 6 years. When I did this, I never just knew how big it would get. But it's been massive, and we've sold classes, as you see, in Croatia and Canada and Australia and the Netherlands and Japan.
Italy.
I mean, Italy. Oh my gosh, we've been hammering Italy and Canada. I think I already said Canada. And I mean, there's some countries I don't even know where the heck they are. I'm like, where in the heck is this country? Like, I have to go on a map to find it because I don't even know where the country is. And so it's really, really crazy that we're selling classes all over the world now. I mean, I know here probably about 2 months ago, we went through about a 3-month span. We must have sold 25 classes over in Italy. And it's like, good Lord, this is crazy. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. It really has. And all of our listeners tonight. Yeah, I really appreciate all of our listeners that have bought classes from us. We really do appreciate it. So, man, any of you guys got anything y'all want to say? We'll start with you first, Aaron. Let's go with you, and then we'll run around the horn.
Man, I'm just blessed to be on here and to be able to share some barbecue knowledge with some people and share my journey and talk about things that I've learned and the things that I've learned not to do. The techniques and stuff and just share with the world the things that make me happy, the things that make me smile, and what drives us to go out every weekend and do 50 plus a year. That's the deal. I know it's not going to happen eventually where you're going to have to start slowing down a little bit, but the body can't make it. But no, I'm just glad that BBQ Champs was the first time. I think we was in Alice, Texas. I was at the table with you and Lee, and y'all were talking about the class, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. It's going to be a big game changer. And so I'm just glad to be here and represent BBQ Champs. Yeah,
there you go. All right, we're going to real quick. I'm going to give everybody a second here. I'm going to ask a trivia question. Anybody that gets this right, the first person that I see now, not you guys, the first person I see, because mine's live. Mine's real time. We ain't going to get into that. I want to know the 5 pitmasters that taught our backyard barbecue class. There's 5 of them. Five. You can't say nothing, Sterling. The first person that puts down the 5 correct barbecue pitmasters that taught our backyard barbecue classes, the first person that puts the 5 names in the chat, I'm going to give you those backyard barbecue classes, all 20 of them. So the first person that puts all 5 of the barbecue pitmasters that taught our backyard barbecue class, if you get all 5 of them right, the first person that we see is going to win that 20 championship backyard barbecue classes. So Y'all can start posting at any time. Whoever gets it right is going to get the classes.
It's on the website.
It's 5. It's 5. Do not give me 3. Don't give me 2. I need to see.
On it.
I need to see 5 people. I don't need I need 5 names, not 3, not 4. I need 5. Mark, here's Mark. Okay. Craig.
Yeah.
Hey,
There it is.
1, 2.
Brandon.
Is that it? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
that's
5. Yep. Sterling, Lee, Craig, Mark, and Joey. That's it, Brandon. Well, Brandon, I know you bought some classes from us for 4 brothers, so we're gonna hook you up, man. And I'll add those to your account. That's absolutely awesome. So I'm trying to figure out who's. Let's see. All right, hold on. Did he get that right? Just Mark.
Not Luke.
Oh, he didn't get it the first one. He left one out.
He missed
Mark,
one.
yeah, he missed one. Yeah, you got 4 the first time. All right, Brandon, you got it, brother. I wanted to make sure. When I saw the Joey, I was like, oh, who the heck? It's Joey. So we're good. Sorry, Mark, you missed. You needed one more in there, brother. All right, Sterling, let's kick it off to you, brother.
Obviously, thank you for everyone who's bought in my classes and supported BBQ Champs Academy. It's been amazing to be involved with all these guys. A lot of these guys are, people I look up to in the barbecue community. So it's amazing to be involved with all these people and to see and to hear successes from all of our students who come up. And please continue to send these stories, because to me, it makes me want to do more and teach more and spread more barbecue love and knowledge out there.
Right.
When I hear people come up and, actually say, hey, thank you, I love the video, or you helped me do this, or even just have a question. So that's what we're here for. So, thank you, Mike, for, having me come out and do our videos. We had a great time. And backyard videos. So, and again, thank you to all of our students and everybody in the Loot and Booty Barbecue Nation out there. Thank you for supporting me and my products. And I love you all, and thank you all. So I appreciate you.
There you go. All right, Mr. Steve, you're up, brother. I can't hear you, Steve.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Steve.
There we go. Yeah,
There we go.
I had it muted. So first off, Mike, thanks to you for your vision, putting this all together. I was a competitive cook, did KCBS, doing SCA, and took numerous classes on the website. And it truly helped me be a better cook. And now I'm humbled and fortunate to have people come up to me and say, hey, I took your class, or, I get a shout out at a competition. It truly means a lot to me. And I think BBQ Champs has changed the world of competition barbecue and steak grilling and backyard cooking in ways that nobody else foresaw. So hats off to you, Mike. Great job. Proud to be part of it, and look forward more years ahead.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Steve was one of the ones. He had taken, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 of our steak classes, done well, kicking butt, doing very good. Took 4, and Steve actually became one of our students that became a teacher, which I thought was really, really cool. Like, he literally went through the whole training. I mean, buying all the classes, took 4 different classes, bettered himself, kicked butt out in California left and right, and all the West Coast. And man, I was like, dude, we need to get you on as BBQ Champs. And he was one of the first ones that we ever had. And him and Raymond Patterson. Raymond Patterson was the same. He had taken. Yeah. So those two, the last 2 steak cook-offs that we've had, or cookers we've had, were students who became the teacher, which I think was really, really cool. All right, Mark, you're up, brother.
First, I want to say I appreciate, like you said, everyone else, you putting the platform together and being one of the first ones. I think it was a great vision. I do believe that, and I appreciate all of the pool knowledge that you give me on a regular basis as well.
Absolutely, brother.
It's been a great journey. Still learning every time I cook somewhere, no matter where I go. I'm learning a lot from a lot of the people that the pitmasters on this academy. So
right.
Anytime I have a question, I can call one of these guys. No matter what, these guys that cook every weekend. I don't cook every weekend,
right?
Competition, but staying on top of the trends, it matters to talk to these people that are cooking every weekend and figuring out the trends of small contests and big contests in Texas versus the Royal or whatever. So it's instrumental to have technique, but also to have the network to stay on top of the trends. And that's what's going to keep you in the winner's circle.
Yeah, that's very well said, Mark. So true. I mean, so true right there. So you guys are great, and a lot of y'all do share and help, and that's really good. Lee, you're up, brother.
Hey, Mike, thank you for trusting all of us as the team leaders and the coaches for your BBQ Champs Academy. You had a dream that like no other, and you made it come to real fruition, I guess. You made it happen. Man, I want to thank all the students who purchased everybody's class on BBQ Champs Academy. All those who have purchased the classes, you've seen the results. We do pour our heart, blood, soul into the videos for you guys, and you guys see it works. Keep refreshing your knowledge in barbecue. Take a class every year. Take a class often as you want. Things change, they come around, flavors change, and everybody here on the BBQ Champs Academy, we've got those flavors. So if one flavor is not working, take a different class. Help us out, help you out. So again, man, I'm honored to be part of the group here on BBQ Champs Academy. My only thing is, man, you meet and greet and you love your barbecue community, and you get to meet everybody around the country. If it weren't really for BBQ Champs Academy, then I wouldn't have met half the people I've known now, who I've called my barbecue family. So thank you for 6 years of putting this together and trusting all of us cooks to represent your dream on BBQ Champs Academy.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You're exactly right. I mean, there's no me in team. There's no I in team. It would not be what it is without you guys. And I tell people that all the time. I was just a guy that put it together, but it wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you and pouring your heart and soul into it, and then, helping us market it and stuff like that. That's the most important thing, guys. I just keep asking y'all, every time I put post out, share it. I mean, the more we get it out there to the people, it helps everybody. So that's the biggest
Mike,
thing.
do you have T-shirts?
That's something that I've really, Mark, to tell you the truth, I'm kicking my butt that I did not put T-shirts out from the very beginning, because I would probably have 10,000 T-shirts sold out there.
Yep.
And I need to do that. I really, really need to do. I've got a really cool logo, and I need to get some T-shirts made. And I think that's Bill Purvis had said something to me about that about 6 months ago, and I just dropped the ball on it. But I would imagine we'd get a lot of people that want to buy one of our shirts and stuff, and we'll make it cheap. I don't care about it at my cost. I ain't trying to make no money on it. I just would be honored to have somebody wear our shirt. So
be great advertising.
I like Bud Brown's.
Send them one with every class.
Yeah.
Every class, send them on a shirt.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's really, really
all
cool.
Of our faces on it.
That would be really cool.
No one wanted to sell.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for being on tonight. I really, really do. I'm telling you, I'm honored to know each and every one of you guys, and I'm really thankful that y'all have helped me get this thing going to what it is. It really means the world to me, and I really wanted to change barbecue in the state competition world. And I think we have, and I know we have. I know how many people have taken classes, and it's thousands of people, and it's really an honor to be able to offer that to everybody. And we got more classes coming. We're not done. If you're out there and you're a world champion, you want to reach out to me. Let's see what the accolades are, and we can certainly talk. But we try to bring in world champions and let these people show their stuff, and we enjoy it, and we have a lot of fun with it. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you gentlemen on here and all of our alumni that's taking classes from us. We appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sterling, brother, we're going to keep you in our prayers for safe travel flying overseas. So go out there and knock them dead, man, and do your stuff. All right, brother?
See you soon, Dave, or if you're still on, buddy.
That's it. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening in. Go check out Chicken Fried's class over there. He's fixing to get ready to kick it off. Y'all go out there, have a lot of fun, and smoke on.